Welcome back, guys, to CodeLikeIce show. Today we're gonna learn how to log in to our system using the username and password, and we're going to validate accordingly. And we want to make sure the system validates the request, the incoming request, whether the system is going to check whether it's an email or a username. Then it will match it to the record in the user table and attempt a login. Yeah, so we have our login form here. So yeah, this is the code. So we have an input type of text and the input name of custom. Let me change this. Custom, you can give it any name you want. If we change this, then we have our second. Okay, already password. Yeah. Now let's do something. Okay, there's no logic in the controller, so ultimately it will return a blank page. Yeah, let's go to our controller, login controller. Then we have our route here as post or check. Yeah, so let's start with our logic. So first start by validating the incoming request. So request validate. So have the custom field, you see required. Custom field is required. Then you have a password so as required. Okay, so let's verify that it's working. Okay, it's working. Let's remove one. The custom field is required. Okay, that's great. Yeah, so let's proceed. Custom, you have to request input. And now we are not checking the parameter type, whether it's an email or username. We will do what we cannot verify the username, but we can verify whether it's an email or not. Yeah, so check parameter type. So in the verification, if it's not an email, then it's a username. As simple as that. So filter, we have filter var, bring in a custom field. Then we will call our filter helper, say filter underscore validate email. So if it returns true, now if it returns true, we will say the parameter type is an email or user name. Good. Parameter type is an email or user name. Okay, now having now done that, let's do a DD here. Say param type to check in. Okay, let's submit. It says email. See CodeLikeIce. It says username. Yeah, so let's go back and continue the code logic. So now we're gonna merge our username or email. We want to tie it to a particular index. So if the username, the submitted record is an email, we want to add that field to our request array, then query from the model respectively. So we do that by saying request merge request merge, and you have your login type. So you have request merge parameter type as custom. So if it's an email, you say email equal to the input field. If it's username, say username equal. So let's do a dd. If you have dd request all, let's submit. Yeah, there you go. So it now says custom is equal to email password, email is equal to Gmail. If you say code like ice, submit, to now assign username as code like ice. Yeah, so having now done this, the rest of the validation is quite easy. So all you need to do is to call your credentials. Let's see, let me call it cred, then request only. Now the parameter type as an email password is going to be dynamic based on the submitted data. Then you have your password, the user's password. Having now captured that, you now do an if, write an if statement. We now attempt to log the user in. So attempt. Now you now have your credentials. So yeah. So if it's successful, let's say return response to JSON. Let's say code. Let's try something out. JSON. Let's just return OK to the user. Say return. Let's say login field or something. Login. Sorry, just login field. Could have tied it to an if else, but you can do it that way. Well, let's stick with this. So now let's go back to the form, refresh. Let's see what happens. Okay, we have an error. It says column not found, unknown column user names. Now let's look at the query. The query says select star from user where username is CodeLikeIce. So imagine if I had created a username column, it would have tried doing a validation. Now because I don't have a username column, it throws this error. So we'll go ahead and create a migration create a username column. But before that, let's test with our email. So we have a green at gmail.com submit. Yeah, it says okay. So this is basic logic. Yeah, so basic response situation. You can test with a wrong email. So Gmail, let's say Gmail 2 submit. It says login field. Yeah, so we could have done this else, then put this code here. It's the same thing. Yeah, so if this code returns true, you'll get a response okay. If it fails, it will just continue executing the code, then this return where we'll catch it. Now let's go ahead and add our username column. So let me open my data group. Yeah, so I have my database here, database client. So this is the users table. So I have ID, name, email. Yeah, so let's add another field. We could have created a migration for it, but that's not the purpose of this tutorial, so we won't do that. So let's create a column called username. With a back of say yes 50. Yeah. So we now have our show fresh now. Okay, just appeared here. We now have our username column. That's it. Okay, that's now. Let me see code. Go to the browser. Fresh. see our username as code like ice. Submit. It says okay. With the wrong username to you, we told hello login failed. Yeah, so there you go. So let's redirect the person back to the form. Return redirect with errors. Okay, before that, let's return with input. So say input, return all the input back to the form with errors. Custom, so you can say let's say this is just a does not exist. You can now put let's pick this one, custom, in a bracket. Yeah, so this so if you see email, say email, the value does not exist. Okay, so let's see, refresh and see. Our thing with input does not exist. Okay, let's check out that. Okay, so say return redirect with input. No, should be return redirect now back with input. Yeah, so let's refresh. So username hello does not exist. Okay, so let's just remove. You can choose to keep the opening and closing brackets. So we say let's start with an email. Chat mail. Email does not exist. Yeah, so you can do it this way, or you can choose to give it any custom validation error of your choice. So that's it for today, guys. So thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and share.